Hi, Michelle Caskey from Homeschool-Your-Boys here. Today I'm going to answer the question, should everyone homeschool? And this is a question that I've actually changed my answer on. When I first started homeschooling and for the first few years of homeschooling, I probably would have said yes. I had seen the verse Deuteronomy 6:7 that talks about how you should talk to your children about God's commandments when you sit at home, when you walk along the road, when you lie down, when you get up. And I had heard other homeschoolers say that you can't do this when your kids are away from you all the time. And there is some truth to that. It is definitely important for parents to raise their children in the fear and admonition of the Lord. It is important for us to view our homes as our most important mission field. Totally agree with that. I don't anymore, I don't believe that we should all be homeschooling our kids, though. I think God gives different people different convictions. For instance, one thing, James 1:27 talks about how religion that's pure and faultless is taking care of widows and orphans. And there are people who are called to adopt and who are called to take care of the widows. And Psalm 127:3-5 talks about how children are a heritage from the Lord, and there are people who feel that God should decide the size of their family, and they have 7, 8, 9, 10 or more children. And Romans 10:14-15 talks about beautiful are the feet of those who bring the good news. So there are people who become missionaries and they go to far off lands and they tell other people about Jesus. But I don't think that we're all supposed to do all of those things. First off, if all of us did all of those things, we would probably be a little overwhelmed. Second off, my husband and I actually thought that we should adopt at one point, and God very firmly shut the door on that for us. So at one point, there are things in the Bible. Obviously, there are a lot of commands in the Bible that we are all supposed to follow. But there are also different things in life that God gives to some of us as convictions, and He doesn't give to others of us, at least not right away. He will nudge us in a certain direction and want us to do something, and then once we get that under control and He gives us the strength to take charge of that area of our life, then He often gives us another thing that He would like us to work on. He's not the kind of father who says, you know what, I'm going to give you 100,000 things and I want you to get them all under control in the next week or the next year. He's a loving father, and His yoke is easy and His burden is light. So now I don't feel all people should homeschool. I think there's probably more people that should homeschool than that do. And the same thing with taking care of the orphans and becoming missionaries, and maybe even deciding family size. There's probably more of us that should be doing it than that are, but I don't feel that's something that God gives to everyone anymore. We all have different convictions. We all have different unique paths that He wants us to walk in this life, and we all have different purposes here in life and things that He gives to us. I view my blog as a mission from God, but He doesn't call everyone to blog either. So hopefully that helps to shed some light on where a lot of homeschoolers are coming from. We feel convicted to do this. We feel that this is something that God wants us to do, but we don't necessarily feel that it's something that God is asking everyone to do. So the next time you see a homeschooler, we would love to have you approach us. Ask us questions if you would like, and get to know us, but don't feel that we are trying to judge you or say anything negative about the decisions you've made in life, because we all have different convictions and we're all unique, and that's a good thing. So this is Michelle Caskey from homeschoolyourboys.com, and I hope you have a wonderful day.